Hello and welcome to Eriu Tarot Readings. I'm Eriu and I'm here to give you your October tarot reading. So as always, if your sun sign video doesn't give you a lot of clarity, don't worry about it. Check out your moon and rising sign videos. I do it all the time as well, watching other tarot readers, and it really does help me at times. So do that. And also to let you know about this particular reading, this is called the What Am I Doing With My Life reading. Pretty self-explanatory, folks. Let's try and get a bit of guidance. Let's try and figure it out, at least for the month of October. And if you'd like a reading with me, you can certainly have one. My details are below. Just get in contact. Now that that's out of the way, let's see how your month is gonna go. Hello Aquarius and welcome to your October reading, the What Am I Doing With My Life reading. Yeah, I picked this because I thought this could potentially help people with what's going on currently in the world. And I just want to say, actually, Aquarius, when I flipped over these cards, I was like, damn, Aquarius is doing really well. And I was thinking of your last reading last month. If you didn't hear it was a love reading for you. You were having a great love reading last month. And now this month, I see only good things for you. So let's figure it out, shall we? Let's have a look so I can give you these wonderful messages. All right. So if we look at the very center of this reading here, there's another card just going across horizontally. But underneath that, we have the Nine of Cups. So this placement is you right now. Nine of Cups, great card to have. In the minor arcana, it is like the wish card. It's like the star card of the major arcana. And it comes in to say that you're sitting quite pretty, Aquarius, okay? To let you know also, this can be applicable to any area of your life, like family, love, work, wherever. If it resonates with you in a particular area, move with it that way, okay? But overall, you're quite golden in October. So Nine of Cups, Cups energy being Scorpio, Pisces and Cancer. It's beautiful, beautiful water energy. It's the healing powers of the water. It's the soothing powers of the water. It can be quite turbulent at times, that water. But when we see it as progressed as the Nine of Cups, we see somebody who has a lot of options to hand, has a lot of things that they can do, also a lot of projects they can be in. You're sought after is what I want to say for the month of October. And I don't think you mind that level of seeking that people are looking for you. I don't think you mind that. And I think it's quite good for the ego in a healthy way to feel like people are attracted to what you're doing and then kind of going to you to seek your advice and your help with that. To me though, just to say that there is an element of this card though, that lets you know that there may be a lot of people seeking you, and there is a point where, Aquarius, you're going to have to turn around and be no, and just say no. Try not to be, and I don't think Aquarius is really like that, but it's not just because you're nice. It's nice to say yes to things, but if you overextend yourself with other things, you learn to say no in a really productive way. So that's just a little thing with this card here, but overall, I see you quite emotionally fulfilled, very, very happy with yourself, and sitting quite pretty. Now, the card across from that, this is the second position, I should call it, and it is what you are afraid of. This is extremely interesting, but really applicable to you by your nature, Aquarius. We have the Ten of Pentacles here. So pentacle energy. So we've gone from the emotional to the practical, to the manifestation of the material, of the physical. So emotionally and overall in life, in October, you're grand, as we'd say in Ireland, you're grand, you're content. But we see you then somewhat struggling with opening up that level of contentment to other people. So with the Nine of Cups, you're sitting kind of independently with oneself, being in your own company, kind of enjoying that a little bit more. Maybe you're seeking, now that we're coming into the colder months, maybe just a slight hibernation of the self, just a little bit of solo time. And there's a fear that you may have to overextend yourself to other people in a more a family environment or friends that you would deem to be like your family. It could be a case that in the past for you, at times, family dynamics have been a little bit less than desirable with you, or they just didn't fit very well with you. Maybe there was too much drama going on. Maybe there was a lot of he said, she said stuff going on. And you felt like that drained you emotionally, having to be there for everyone for things that you would deem kind of a waste of time almost. And I can understand that as well. And then combined with the Nine of Cups card, I can see you just kind of going, oh, I don't want to really be part of that. The image that you have in your head is more of then as opposed to now. Now it's actually quite good. Now I see it much better than it was before. And now I see you enjoying that a little bit more. So this is what I'll say to you, Aquarius, is that you're afraid of maybe being involved in all of that a little bit too much, like you may have been before. Maybe you were dragged into certain scenarios that you wish you hadn't have been, but somehow because of your placement and position in the family, that's what happened. But I'm here to say to you is that that's not going to happen now. I see that things have really settled. The dust is settled. If you apply this to your love life as well, it could be groups of people that this person that you were probably seeing or interested in were involved in. There's a lot of drama swirling around them. I see that now as having definitely lessened, and I see it with a greater harmony than before, which I think you'd really, really like. But I see you not noticing that because you'd rather stay on the far side of the fence because that's just easier for you, and also you don't want to be involved in it again. So I really do get that. Now your third card here, if we just look to the far left, just underneath the white flower on the left here, this is the third position, and this is your past influence that was actually beneficial for you. So here we see the Princess of Pentacles, Pentacle energy again, Virgo, Taurus and Capricorn, earthed, grounded, to the point, knows where they're going and knows what they're doing. And with the Princess of Pentacles, actually, for her, it's about understanding the investment of your time and your energy, and how that can be lucrative even though it may not be of a financial benefit to you. So what I see here is that what you've learned that's been beneficial for you in the past is to be with oneself, to understand oneself, but also to give yourself that time to figure out what you want out of life and what you want out of friendships and family members, what you want to cultivate for a life for yourself. And it doesn't need to always be about a career. As I said, it doesn't always need to be about finances, but planning the route of where you want to go down. And I love this card because it looks like she's embroidering. She's taking her time. There's a pattern, there's a rhythm, there's a way in order to finish what she's doing. And so that's something you've learned. You can do this quite well by yourself, Aquarius, whatever this thing is, even in your love life, cultivating what you want out of love, how you want it to be, who are the people that could potentially give it to you. It's all these things, but this card is also good news of these things coming in. There's also a potential for a new creative phase in your life with this card, and in this placement this is saying you've been given that opportunity to do so. That will also give you a lot of happiness. But what I see through your spread, which is quite indicative of you, is that the individual is being put forward. There may have been times, Aquarius, where your independence was in question or it was targeted, and when it needn't have been, it was just you doing things the way you want to do it because that's how you want to do it, and no one's going to tell you really otherwise. And I don't know about you, but I can't really help but respect that. The Princess of Pentacles has a vision, and she wants to incorporate that into her life, and she wants to see it manifest, and that is exactly what she's going to do. That is your past influence, and that's what's been your greatest influence that has been of benefit to you so far. Now the fourth card that we have for you is at the very bottom of the spread there. You can see it on its own. It is the Five of Pentacles. So this position is your past influence again, but that's actually been a bit negative for you. But then again, when we say negative, we can always learn something, right? So with this, we have Five of Pentacles, Pentacle energy again. It seems to be a reoccurring theme for you is Pentacles, the investment of something, of things, material, objects, the self. And Five of Pentacles is a little bit more of a struggle. So when we meet with five, we always know that we've come to the crossroads of something that we either need to keep going with what we're doing, or we need to let go and go a certain way, a different way, an alternative route. So with the Five of Pentacles, we're seeing somebody, well, in this deck, we see it's somebody who's stopping, who's taking stock, and who's watching. I know it's really hard to see, but there is this hound, this dog on the hillside chasing after the hare. And there's an old Irish saying which is people who run with the hare and hunt with the hound. And that means people who are hypocritical, who are two-faced, will be agree with one group and then agree with another group and would exchange information at times, and that's really sometimes about survival. So what I see here is somebody standing against the tree of life, having learned a few life lessons the hard way, being that there have been certain people who they thought they could rely on and now they can't, because of information about them being exchanged, or just realizing that the people or person that they were leaning upon in an emotional way may not have had their best interests at heart. And Gemini had the Five of Pentacles in a different position, albeit, but with the same sense, with that same feeling. So this has been a past influence that's been negative to you, which is having this happen to you, unfortunately, Aquarius. But there's a bit of a silver lining out this, because once you learn that about people, you can look out for it easier. You can spot it easier when you meet newer people, with other people that come into your life, and even the people that you deal with currently that you've known for years. The negative side of this is feeling like you've been left out and you didn't really do anything wrong. You didn't really do anything other than be yourself, and sometimes that can just be an irritant to people in general. We'll never understand why people see us like that, why people think of us in that way, but we're strange creatures, to say the least. So I see you here learning from this negative aspect, though I don't see it as a big thing. I told you at the start that I thought this was a great reading, and I still think it is. But it's not to say that it didn't come with a few hardships, you know. You've jumped through a few of those hoops, Aquarius. Some of them look like they were on fire to me, but now it's a different story, and that's what's important. Now, your fifth position that we have for your reading, at the very, very top of the spread, the very top card there, we'll see it in between the two fuchsia flowers there, which are really lovely. This is the What You Promise to Yourself card, or position, I should say. And this is the Nine of Pentacles. So 2 nines here. I mean, I have to say again, like, you've put in the work to this point, Aquarius. So sometimes, though, people don't always get the best outcome, but I can see you doing really well, having gotten a really good outcome. So what you're promising to yourself is something that you already have incorporated into your life, which is to not completely lose yourself in other people and in other things. And there may have been times where you unintentionally did that. Sometimes you just get sucked into other people's drama, but I can see you really savoring the fact that your independence is a part of you, and that because you own that, you also give space for people to be independent too, that you don't require so much from other people as sometimes they require of you. And you have, with that Princess of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles, I see you having, again, that vision, but you've also created that for yourself. We see a woman here who stands quite independently in her own garden that she created for herself and that she enjoys, and it's coming into bloom. So now what you're going to promise to yourself also is to enjoy the fruits of your labor, because at times maybe that wasn't always there, and those fruits of your labor might just be what you enjoy doing in your spare time, what you enjoy doing independently, and that being on your own but not feeling alone. Your final card that we have for you is the far right hand side. It's underneath the white flower on the right, and that is the Princess of Cups, and that particular position is the result. What will the result be of this for you? So when we look at cup energy, again, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer energy, it's just so beautiful. It has a rhythm to it. It ripples, it's calming, it's tranquil. Again, it can be turbulent. It has a power to it, and it's always a power that on the surface isn't very noticeable until you're kind of in it. With the Princess of Cups, so we have a sensitivity and a tenderness to her, and also great imagination. What we talked about earlier, from you having to say no to people and still coming from a loving place with that, in particular for yourself, this is very true here, because that's what she does as well. The Princess of Cups gives a beginning to a loving relationship, and it could be a brand new relationship in your life, or it could be the relationship with yourself. That your sensitivity can also be one of your strongest assets, and it's important to also cultivate that and live in that as well. This card, which is particular to this deck, is also an opportunity to fulfill and follow your dreams. So Aquarius, the sense of self and the independence that you carry will allow you to move forward into where you want to be. I think looking at that middle card again, that's the Ten of Cups being in the second position as what you are afraid of. I think you're afraid of people meddling too much in your business and not being able to carry on with the business that you want to do, and maybe throwing their 2 cents in when really they shouldn't. I honestly think that's actually what that is. Well, actually, just to say as well, this card can potentially mean the birth of a baby. So if some of you are looking for that information or news, this card is signifying that might be something possible for you in October. For those who are not interested in that, be extra safe and take care of yourself and your partner. But the result being that, again, a calmness and contentment that you had originally with the Nine of Cups, and the options that you had with that to move forward, you're going to stay where you are because you're really happy about where you're moving forward to. That place that you want to be, that person you want to be, that thing you want to move towards. It's not out of your reach. It will just take a little bit longer, but you're on the right path, Aquarius. So hold on tight because it's there, and what you've done so far has really, really helped you. Okay, Aquarius, I hope you like this reading. If you dig what I do, please like and subscribe. But more importantly, leave a comment because I like to see how you're all getting on. If you'd like a personal reading with me, you can certainly have one. I do specialised, personalised ones as well. And my details are below, so do get in contact with me. Until then, Aquarius, have a great October. Love you guys. Far too much. I should never admit that, but I do. Have a great October, Aquarius, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.